North Carolina was affected by what happened in the country when the Supreme Court basically sent back to the appellate court. They said they weren't going to take up the case, which there was an appeal. My understanding, there was an appeal that the states had brought in to overturn same-sex marriage in certain states. The Supreme Court said they weren't going to hear it, basically saying that it upheld the lower court's decision. That's basically what it said. How that affected how it was taken by most states at the time was that same-sex marriage was then going to be legal in those states. Now, I understand since that time there's other lawsuits and the court may take up another case. So is it totally settled or not yet? Probably not. But eventually probably the Supreme Court will have to make some decision on it. This time they decided not to decide, which was a decision.
We are now able to issue the marriage license, and of course they can be married, and then we can issue a certified copy of that marriage license, which shows proof that they are married. I can speak to male and female couples. It allows the bride in that case to change her name on her Social Security card, on her driver's license, those things. So I'm assuming, without knowing, that it would be the same case for a same-sex couple.
Administratively, what people get out of it is contract, obviously, the ability from a working environment, the ability to get health insurance as a dependent on health insurance. Many private companies have been able to do that in the past. Most states did not recognize that. So if you were a same-sex couple or had a partner, same-sex partner, and you worked for the state, you were not able to get health insurance or other benefits for that partner in the state.
Monday, we issued 3 same-sex marriage licenses. The state Vital Records, the Department of Health and Human Services, on late Sunday night, probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock, forwarded to registers of deeds across the state the form that they provide that were changed to allow gender to be shown, as well as removing bride and groom, and change that to applicant 1 and applicant 2. So we knew Monday morning coming in that we had a form that would be appropriate.
A couple of days after we got that ruling down and the decision from the Supreme Court, we got state employees, we've got emails from the state insurance company saying they were going to now allow those type of benefits, and so in the upcoming year people can now apply for those benefits. So that's one of the major changes right there. It also affects retirement. It affects other benefits that people have, benefits you might not think of, but dental insurance, other types of insurance you're able to get through the state or companies that, if you're allowed to be married, you have the same rights that everybody else, every married couple would have.
For me, I'm just relieved, because we travel to other states, with the state that we're from, the state that our child was born in. We're recognized, there are no fears, they both have medical issues, and we've spent, thousands of dollars protecting ourselves legally in the state of North Carolina, and Amendment 1 completely said, too bad that you've spent $15,000 trying to protect your family. None of it matters because, we can ignore all of that. So that part, in that way, I don't feel really that validated, because I have a very different sense of what marriage is, and we've been together for almost 2 full decades. So more than anything else for us, for me, it's about legal protection. So that mad dash to the ER with my partner is not nerve-wracking, because Watauga County is not the kindest place in the South.
I respect the legal system, and I respect one judge being able to make these constitutional decisions, because Baptists, like us, love us, hate us, we are staunch defenders of religious liberty. And that's for the Muslim, that's for the Buddhist, atheist, agnostic, Pentecostal, whatever. So I respect that one judge can do this, and I trust his decision, because I trust that he was objectively evaluating the Constitution and the North Carolina Constitutional Amendment. So that's fine. But that does not dismiss the fact that a majority of voters supported traditional marriage.
I think that people don't, that even for people who are really opposed to marriage equality, I think that even those people will come to realize that I didn't, by making marriage legal for us, they didn't lose any power and I didn't gain any power. It wasn't power that I gained, it was protection. It was just something that people are just given at birth, and they grow up and they have kids and they're married and their children are protected. We didn't have any of that. We had none of that, and the fact that it's not about power. Nobody's gaining or losing power. It's just being counted and being able to protect yourself and your family.
The church I'm being condemned now by many just because I disagree with an open view of marriage. Personally, I don't disagree with how the state views marriage. It's up to the state to view marriage, how the state wants to view marriage. But the church, I don't have an open view of that. And so what was once celebrated in America is now being condemned, and what is once condemned was being celebrated.